Lexus LC is the company's range-topping coupe. It's kind of got seating for 4 inside, mostly 2 really. It's low slung, as you can see, it's rear-wheel drive, and for the Irish market, it's hybrid only. So, under that low bonnet is a 3.5 litre V6 petrol engine. There's a really fancy gearbox, which I'll get to in a minute. It's rear-wheel drive, as I said, and there's a bit of a battery pack. So, like all of the Lexus hybrids so far, it's not a plug-in hybrid, so it does it all itself. Now, we're looking at here the sport version. So you can see this lovely carbon fibre roof, these kind of attention-grabbing 21-inch wheels. It really makes it stand out. Not that it really needs it, in truth. The LC, it's been around for about 2 years now. It's always been a glorious looking car. And the interior is just as special as the outside, actually. The materials used are top-notch. Some mightn't like this particular colour, but there is a dark colour as well, which is fine. You get this lovely Alcantara here. These door handles are amazing. It's such a weird thing to say, I know, but they're metal. They just come straight out of the door panel. Even the headlining is nice to touch. Another weird thing to say maybe, but here you go. The seating is lovely. They're a bit tight around here, maybe not for the bigger boned person, but they do hold you in place, which is nice. Now, this isn't just any Lexus inside. The dashboard is worth talking about. Those who remember the Lexus LFA will remember how we all talked about how the dashboard moved, and it's been continued for this. The infotainment in Lexus of recent years hasn't been amazing, and is improving actually. And if you order a Lexus LC now, you will get Apple CarPlay, you will get Android Auto, so that's quite good. This track mouse takes a bit of getting used to, especially when you're driving along, but there's quite a bit of feedback in it, and it works all right. Oddly, this circular knob in front of it looks like it should be controlling the whole infotainment system. It's that big, just like the click wheel in other cars, but it's just for the power and turning it on and off unusually. There is a bit of storage here, cup holder in front of the gear knob, very small glove box, small door pockets, but it is a sports coupe in fairness. I think people will be wowed by the quality and the design of it. A few things that's worth pointing out on the steering wheel, which is lovely and tactile like everything else in the car. This button here changes the display, it moves it across, it physically moves across in the dashboard, which is really unusual these days when we have so many digital dashboards. It's actually a really nice touch. And here, sitting still without the car running, you can hear it whirring. So it's actually nice, surprisingly. There's 2 unusual controls up here at the top of the binnacle. One of them is for the different traction control modes, and one of them is for the driving modes, which we'll get to. As you can probably tell from the outside of this car, it's designed for the driver and their passenger. Lexus has designed in 2 extra seats in the back, but as you can see, they're quite tight on knee room, and really think of them as luggage space. It's probably a good thing, because the boot isn't huge anyway. Now, the car always starts off in normal mode, as you'd expect. And that's obviously a balanced mode. You can just drive it. Anybody can jump in and drive. It's smooth, it's refined. You possibly can hear the engine. It cuts in every now and then when it's needed. It goes into electric power at times, and it's smooth and refined basically. It's a tourer first and foremost, which is what Lexus bills it as. You can actually twist this knob down to comfort to bring the damping into a softer setting again, or eco, to obviously optimize the fuel economy. Most people are likely to leave it in normal, to be fair. The most interesting one is Sport. Now there's Sport and Sport Plus, 2 different ones. The dials light up, the suspension gets noticeably firmer, and there's a lot more noise through the car. Throttle response is quicker, the steering is heavier, and this is at its most sporty. And actually, it doesn't feel like much of a Grand Tourer when it's doing this. Let's see if you can hear it. Doesn't sound like an ordinary 3.5 litre V6 when you do that now, does it? The paddles are kind of weird. They do drop it down a gear, but it's a very unusual transmission. It's supposedly up to 10 gears, which is a bit odd. It mixes a continuously variable transmission with a 4-speed automatic. and Divvies goes around to effectively get 10 gears. We don't need to go into how right now. It's a bit unusual, it takes getting used to, but the car shifts, it's powerful, it's over 350 horsepower, the electric motor helps the 3.5 litre V6 engine, and it's powerful, it's fast by any measure. And actually, in the corners, for those that love to drive, it's a bit special. The steering doesn't weight up particularly, but it's nice and direct, so it feels super agile. It's quite a wide car though, it's a bit limiting in Irish roads. A simple star rating doesn't do justice to the Lexus LC. It's a very special car, it's a very unique car, and that has a lot of appeal, to be honest. It's not without its faults. It's not the most dynamically capable or sharp sports coupe in the world, but likewise, neither is it a pure Grand Tourer. So it's somewhere in the middle actually, and it does a bit of both. It does it in its own way, which is no bad thing. So let us know what you think of the Lexus LC in the comments below. Press the thumbs up button. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and press the notification bell.